um, president of Cox for of their PR department for 26 systems. She lives in Atlanta where their headquarters are, and she oversees 26 systems. So I learned a lot from her. She's awesome. But then I left to go to a startup sports marketing company, and we put on marathons and triathlons, including a local Ironman, a 70.3 with the Ironman organization. So I still have I did the PR and the marketing for it, and so I still have like connections at Ironman. I have, a connection with one of the Ironman athletes that actually, a woman, Heather Jackson, that actually won. She's won Ironman, and I just and her husband's a Ironman guy, and the MDOT, it's the biggest money maker out there in triathlons, but it's crazy. But yeah, I have a lot of connections in that. Yeah, just because they have that little MDOT, people want to do it. It's crazy the money they make. Crazy. Yeah. But yeah, I feel like if I actually sat down and put my a sport for every sport and put like some sort of significant connection in every sport I have just by the work I've done,
So what we have to do is figure out how you're going to market to them and how to get all those people and all those organizations in, because that's key. And it sounds like you have a lot of things, a lot of irons in the fire, and that's great. I'm glad you do, because that helps you stay connected. What I'm thinking.
Yeah, one of the reasons why, the sports stories that I'm writing, it's like minimal money, but it's keeping, kept me busy during the pandemic, and it kept me connected. And that's one of the, I was like, I'm just going to do this. And, and I do have a lot of irons in the fire. I'm trying to be more strategic, because I am that person that every single person calls and says, I need your help. And I used to be that one that says, okay. And now I'm much more strategic. Now I don't put the free and freelance anymore. I used to always put the free and freelance, because people would call me and say, I need your help. I'm trying very hard not to do that. And I'm trying to streamline so that I pick what I think is important to me and what is actually viable and what is actually going to formulate into something really good. And, one of my clients, she's a good friend. I do her marketing and social media and PR for her financial advising business. I hate it. I love her.
Really?
It's boring to me. I hate that business, financial advising and wealth management.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
But it's significant money right now for me. So, and she is a former she played hockey at Brown, and her brother, I know her because I wrote about her, and also her brother, who played hockey at Boston College. He won the Hobie Baker Award, which is significant to if you know that.
Yeah.
And he played in the Olympics and in the NHL, and now he is a financial advisor in Naples. So he's, that's how I know that family. And she needed help. I spend Christmas at their house every year, and she's like, I need help. So she goes, I'll pay you if you can help me. And obviously, so right now I've been probably doing some stuff for her for a little over a year. I don't love it. I love her. I don't love it. But, until I can move on to something else, I'm just kind of keeping that going.
Right. All right. So I think what we're doing is there are a couple of us who can't do it full time, who don't want to do it full time, or just doesn't fit into their schedule or their lives.
Yeah.
And they're working for example, Tony, he's working, what do we say? 20 hours a month. And so he's just allocating his time to what, where we need him. So that kind of stuff is, I think, a really smart thing for you to do as well. And if we can figure out, what you're doing during that time to make it most efficient, I think it'd be really intelligent.
Well, I think the goal for all of us would be full time. I think that, but we need to walk before we can run. So to start at 20 hours a month is great, and then to we'll go from there. And if we find it's taking up more time and we can build and grow, then I can, I'd love to get rid of some of my projects I'm working on. I,
Yeah, I know.
I
Well, that's the whole thing is that everybody says like I don't want to really do that job anymore. But like,
right.
you know,
But you got.
Bill is have you talked to Bill or you seen Bill on the calls? Bill Clark?
Probably have. I
Yeah.
probably have.
So he works. Well, he's like the guy who sounds like he's from like the Bronx. Actually, he is from the Bronx. That's what he sounds
Oh
like.
yeah.
So he's a super nice guy, and I mean, I love working with him. But he works for NBC. He's a video guy, and he does massive stuff for NBC. So we're obviously looking to use him as much as we can. But he's working not full time, but pretty much, and he gets paid so much it's freaking ridiculous. I'm like saying, you know, when you retire, I might be able to hire you. But
Right.
right
Right.
now,
Right.
I'll take you for a couple hours.
Right.
And so we're just trying to make sure we have the the monetary thing taken care of. And like, are you like what do you need per hour to get paid?
Let me think about it over the weekend. Can
Okay.
I think about it over the weekend?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Let
then
me think.
text me back and that kind of stuff. What I would suggest we do is think about the cash part, and then also if you want to get shares, we can work that out. And like you get part shares and part cash, or if you need all cash, then
Yep.
all cash. Whatever's more comfortable for you.
I think what I would love your help in too is if you take some time and I'll take some time, and we kind of define. I'm gonna start what my role is gonna be. Like Dana's basketball, Tony's video. Like, is Deb gonna do like, I certainly can do PR, but we're not there yet to do PR. So, you know, so is my role going to be to help you get involved with organizations? Yeah, in high schools and all that stuff. But I just kind of want to, I think if I have a better idea from you, then I'll have a better idea of like how I can take that ball and start running right away.
I would love that. And we should definitely figure that out. I think
Yeah.
once we have the brochure down, which we should talk about on Monday, and
Yep. Yep.
figure that out. And I can put you on. I think I did put you on that group, but if not, I will.
Okay.
Because that really helps if we can all chew it out and we have it down to the syllable. And then what we need to do is we need to talk to. I'm asking everybody because we need to know what we're going to actually have as the first things we need, the first tools, second tools, third tools for the site when we relaunch it, and what we need for the
Okay.
app. So this is really, we're going to outreach to all the groups and teams and leagues and schools that we know. And just go in there. So listen, I'm working for this company called UB Sports. They have a site. Here it is. Show them the site. And then say, we're going to be rebuilding this. It's going to be out in September and, for the fall season. And we need to know what your pain points are, what you could really use right now that you don't have, that would really that you'd love and you want to use.
Okay.
And, start by saying we're going to have the best video system in the world. And we're going to offer it to the teams and leagues and schools. And we can do live streaming. We can do on-demand streaming. We can, we're going to have a system that works great. So.
Okay.
So does that make sense? And that's like easy work. That's like just you ask questions.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
show people the site and or say go to UB Sports if you're not with them in person. Or if you can do a Zoom, just say, you can actually do a screen share where you can go.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yep.
I do it all the time and people love it.
Okay.
So I'll just punch up. I'll show you. So I just go like this. I go to this screen share and
Oh, I see. Oh, cool. Okay.
it's just you press two buttons.
Yep.
And you have the same capabilities. You can go around to cycling. So you're seeing like, the real thing. And you say, this is how easy it is. If I want to go build a group, I just go right here and I create a group and boom, I'm building a group.
Oh,
And
awesome.
I have my choice of kinds of groups. I have trainers associations, training rooms, sport portals, which actually are saved for the top of the Olympic sports athletes, and then the
Yep.
multi-group league, which most organizations are going to use, because when you do a multi-group league, you get an umbrella with a bunch of things that you. It's almost like an anemone.
Yep.
You have the animal itself, which is the group, and then you have a bunch of tentacles. So it basically allows you to connect them all under subs and Ubers, which is pretty cool, because they all go with the UB thing, sub SUV and UBER. So,
Mm-hmm.
but you have so many different capabilities using this. It's incredible. And New Jersey Teamsters is the first pro soccer team we're taking on.
Oh,
So we're going to be
awesome.
building that. And we have a Pilates. We have a bunch. You can do anything with this thing. It's really amazing. It's built so well. And we have a wellness portal where we're going to have filled up with TRX and yoga and meditation, all that kind of stuff. And parents portal to make sure that your kids are being safe and they're being coached properly.
Oh, that's great. Yep.
And then
That's
the
great.
main, back to the main UB Sports Live, and that's where all the sports get together. And it's like the wide world of sports. If Tim McKay were alive today, he would have built this thing, because it's exactly what you want. You want something where you can go into a world of all sports, and then you can get the best videos from each sport and ambassador content from each sport. And actually, what I have up here really shouldn't be here, but that was really, I did that for the staff to read that. So the UB Sports, the staff portal has this in there too, and that's really cool. So one of the things that it doesn't do, and it will in the next derivation, is that when you write a blog, which you can do
Yep.
right online really easily, all you do is you press that button there, and it's a group blog or an individual blog. If you just want it in your own thing, you just put it in your member blog, and if you want it out in the world, it's better if you do it in your own place.
And you
So
make it
that's
good.
this is mine here, and I can
Okay.
I can write, I can blog, I can do all kinds of stuff right out of here.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
And then if you want to update your friends, you just go like, hey, I'm having a fun Friday. And everybody sees that. But, you can do all kinds of stuff with that. It's really crazy. I write little things in there as well. And that could be a blog as well, too. It shows all your titles show up right up here.
Oh, cool. Yep.
So it's everything from just bulletins or a real blog. And it saves it all right there. So it's really cool. And then down here is really your blog, where it says my blogs. And I can add a new blog there. And here it's either for in your blog, or if you want to also be proposed to the group, so that whatever groups you're in, you can see it and say, oh, I'm interested in, putting it up there. So, and then here you'll, like where it says right there, it's got a little slot there. That's going to be filled up with all the groups that I belong to. And I can click which group I want to propose that blog to go to. I'm writing something on cycling. I'll write a cycling blog up here, and then when I'm creating it, I'll either put it just on my own blog, or I'll put it in recommended also for cycling.
Very cool.
So I can go cycling, and that way the ambassador for cycling is going to get a text saying, Greg just wrote something for cycling. Do you want to put it in the main place? So it is really cool. It really is. And that's this is patentable. Nobody's done anything like this. So
Very.
it's really crazy that nobody has, but I like being the first guy out on the.
Why not? Right? Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? Why not? That's awesome. Awesome.
So yeah. So you can
I think I
show like this
think,
all the time.
yeah, I just think between the two of us, let's start with like kind of trying to nail down my roles, even if my role changes, because it seems to everything I always do seems to change, because I'll start with one area, but I feel like I have a little expertise in a lot of different things. So, I'll jump around, and I'm always game to get involved if I think I can help in certain areas.
Well, that's right. And I think what's really cool about the kind of group that we have is that we all do have different things we can do. And
Right.
we all have connections with the teams and the leagues that need to be working on UB Sports.
Right.
So I think between all of us, I want us to think of us as a marketing organization that's building this amazing world of sports.
Yep.
And when we talk to somebody, that's basically what I say. I say, I'm building the site that's incredible for all athletes in all sports and is able to do everything you need in the world of sports, from watching videos to training to building your own. This is something we're going to do. We're going to build something that if you're a trainer or a coach and you want to start building a subscription service, you'll be able to do it on UB Sports. So it'll actually build everything for you. It'll if you want to charge $5 a month for people to join, you can do that. And we'll do the billing and everything. And we'll just net it out to you. And we'll do it. Basically, you'll get, if we build it, you'll get 70% of the revenue that is generated by your followers. And if you bring us a site you already have built, you get 80%. So I mean, it's a slam dunk. If I have 1,000 people and I can get them to pay $10 a month, that's $10,000.
Right. Right off the bat, and I wish Tony was on this call to talk about it too, is I keep thinking about this guy that I've worked with before, Mike Macchione. Oh, did I lose you? Sorry. He owns this business. He owns his head of Northeast Sports Training. So he has a training facility where he trains a lot of the top athletes in Rhode Island. Like if you're a high school athlete and you're probably going to play Division I college in some sport, you go to his gym and he will train you. He's also the official trainer for the Boston Bruins and the Providence Bruins. So he's
like a strength trainer, that kind of stuff. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's great. And does he do that kind of stuff where he has subscriptions?
He's horrible at that stuff because he's a and he's like a best kept secret. You go in his old gym and he's this little he's just this old gym, and not old, but it's tucked in the back of an old building near the airport. I know him because he's trained everybody I've ever written about.
Wow.
But,
really? Wow.
Yeah. So he's and his great staff under him, and everybody that's anybody in Rhode Island trains at Nest.
Did you ever write a story about him?
I'm sorry?
Did you ever write a story about him?
Not about him, but about a million athletes that he's been under. And he has an office, a training facility right at the Boston Garden where the Bruins play. So he's hockey, and a million other sports. But if he ever had his training and staff online, he could totally expand himself, totally. But his website sucks, his social media sucks, and because he doesn't know how to do that, and he always says he wants to do all that stuff, but they never get around to it. So
how old is he?
I'm guessing he's like 50, 45.
Jeez, he should be all over this. All right.
Yep.
Huh. Okay.
So just, he's somebody I'm thinking of right off the top, that could benefit.
Why don't you go talk to him about what we're doing and ask him if he wants to have an online presence. And we can build him a training room site for free.
Uh-huh.
So he could have all his people sign up, and he could have a whole schedule on UB Sports just for free.
Yep. Yeah, he's awesome. I love him, and he would love the help. I know he would. He just doesn't know how to go about doing it, and it's he's better at what he does on the ice or off the ice.
Wow.
So he's just somebody else. Yeah.
Okay, next time I come up there, let's get together with him and talk to him.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
But first of all, you definitely make the intro. Talk to him, tell him what you're doing.
Yep.
And go on the site and get comfortable with it. Go to the different places that I just showed you.
Okay.
And, just play around on it, and you'll get it. The whole idea is that if you're on any sport, if you're doing anything, it's all the same kind of feel. You move around the same way. You go to the same places for different things, and every site, every page has the news, the blogs, the ambassador info, and then the VIP room, which really is just the person who's running that portal. And then if you have like, if it's, you have 10 people who are top people in that portal, then you have that up there in the VIP section. But
Right.
Twitter feeds we can do. And if it's a sport that we don't have a Twitter run yet, tell me, and I'll, once we get the portal going, I can load the Twitter feed in there. It's easy.
Oh, all right.
So
Yeah, I
think about
look
that.
at that could definitely benefit because he could just expand his clientele without leaving his gym, you know?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And if someone says, "What do?" we can build him a little thing that has like a video, and someone could film him doing stuff and film the facility with just an iPhone and just like load it onto YouTube, and we'll put it up. It's really easy.
Cool.
So that's a good place to start. Let's figure out, if you can do that, if you can get over to him and talk to him and
Yeah.
Get him into it.
Yeah, I don't know if he's open yet. Like my friend's son.
That's right.
So it was right before the pandemic. My friend Karen, my friend that's the financial advisor. The fun part about working with her sometimes is that we end up talking sports all day. So we took our son to train there, and she's like, "Come for a ride with me. We'll go to see Mike Macchione," because her son was training there.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the trainers, and we talked to him for a long time, but that's when the pandemic was first starting. He didn't even know how he was going to pay his staff. And then that was like 3 months ago. So I can check in with him and see. I don't know if they're open. I don't know what, as far as the gyms are. We're phase 2, almost phase 3 here, whatever that means.
I think we're just barely phase 2. And,
oh, yeah.
Yeah, our governor screwed things up so badly.
Are you in New York?
Yeah.
What part of New York?
I'm in Long Island, out on the East End. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
No, it's a pain in the ass, but I mean, it's beautiful. It's gorgeous, and it's right by the ocean, so it's really nice. But if I have to get any place, if I have to come to see you, it's like 2 hours just to get off the island, one way or the other.
Oh, and yeah, this time of year too, especially.
Right, and then you got to turn, so it's like 4.5, 5 hours to get up to you. But
oh, well,
but I've done it so much, it's ridiculous. I just plug in and go. So, okay, so let's think about what you need, how many hours you want to work to start off with, and how much you need dollar-wise, and we'll work it out from there.
Perfect. All right, and I'll see you on Monday anyway.
Awesome. That's great.
All right, I will talk to you really soon.
Great talking to you, Deb.
You too.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.